Hi, I know this is kind of odd, a little random. I'm just talking into this digital tape recorder here. If you clicked on this, maybe you remember Dave Franta fondly like I do. Is it, I don't know, sappy or morbid to talk about him or to post something about him at this point? I don't know. I hope not. He was a grade or two older than me when I went to LC, and man, he was such a sweet guy. One of the top, most kind, generous human beings. Am I remembering him wrong? I don't think so. I mean, maybe he had a dark side. I don't know. I just never saw it myself. I mean, I wasn't one of his best friends. I honestly, I hardly really even knew him. He was just one of those peripheral people, someone you run into at the drama club meeting, or he would audition for a play and stuff, and that's where I would run in. And I think I had a class or two with him. But man, what a great guy. And all these years later, memories still float back, and I think about just what a sweetie he was. Like this one time, I was playing the piano in the auditorium. I don't know, there was one wheeled out there for some reason, and it was like after school, after hours, and I was just in there noodling on the piano. And I don't know how to play the piano. I can't play at all. I can't play chopsticks on the piano, but I was noodling around on the keys, right? In a very random, unskilled way, much like a child would, really. And Dave was out sitting in the seats in the auditorium, and I think he was just having a chill moment there in the auditorium, and he heard me playing on the keys. And he was so sweet. He actually asked me, "Are you playing the theme to On Golden Pond?" He thought that I was that good on the piano. It's just a glimpse of what a sweetie he was. He thought of me as having an absurd level of skill and command on the keys. It tickled me then, and it tickles me even more now that someone could say something so nice about a skill that I did not possess. And he said it in this really genuine way. He really meant it. He wasn't being ironic or anything. He really meant it. Oh, is that the theme to On Golden Pond? Oh, man. That little piano story might only make sense to someone who really knew Dave. And I didn't really, not as much as I wish I had. But I think people who did know him probably would say it was really typical of him. He would just say kind, generous things would just fall out of his mouth just because he was just wired that way. I don't know. I just can't remember any other times in my life when anyone inquired about some bullshit that I was doing and erred on the side of assuming that, oh, is that Mahler's Ninth Symphony you're playing there? Or... But I just had this impulse to kind of float this out there and ask, do you have any memories of Dave Franta? Because I'd really like to hear him, He's such a great kid. Write him in the comments or whatever. I don't know. I mean, is this a whole sappy, dumb thing? I mean, maybe it is, but I just can't help being curious and asking about it,